Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Jonta, and welcome back to Bleeding Edge. Now we have some news today, some brand new news, Bleeding Edge content, what I've been dying and waiting for. Now this is not really new, but this is for the people who like to watch my videos, sort of say. But what Bleeding Edge has been working on and why it's kind of been in this stale situation, I would say, because every time you look up Bleeding Edge videos, it's kind of like a bummer because all people really do is just, this is why this game failed, this is why this game is dead, this game is dead, this and that and the fourth. And it's to some extent, I know y'all know the word I'm thinking about, but I can't fucking think of it. Fuck. But to like some degree, whatever, I do kind of agree with them, but not for the most part, because some of their takes are really bad. But pretty much it was just saying like this game was kind of like there's nothing to do, like, you know, it's not enough content, which I do sort of agree. But it's like with Bleeding Edge, I think they released it at the wrong time because it feels like you're constantly waiting for new stuff to drop, which I've been doing mainly like for the leaderboards. But this is not a downer video or a bummer video. I'm keeping you guys updated. So what I've been finding out and what I've been getting screenshots, building everything up, is I've been watching Bleeding Edge from the sideline and seeing what they've been doing. And so far, looks like they're not trying to disappoint us, coming out with a big update, hopefully soon. But it looks like, first of all, they're adding a new map facility, 665, which I think it might be an objective type of map, because that's what it seems like people love, including myself. Also, they're doing a big Makuta, I'm just gonna pronounce it how I do it, rework. This is their first character rework, so maybe he might get a little speed, because we all know he's a slow boy right now. He might get more damage, he may get better combos, who knows. But I think he's fine right now. Maybe it's just speed, but who knows what they might do with him. Also, the big news, the big boy, we're getting a new support melee hero. I said hero. Wait, let me scratch that. New support melee fighter. That sounds a little bit better. Now this boy looks like a cartoon version of Jeepers Creepers, but he does look kind of clean. Can't wait to play with him. And yeah, that's the end of the video. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually doing the Bleeding Edge tier list of all the characters based on how impactful they are, their abilities, how much of a threat when you pick them, because some of these characters really scary, some of these not so much. And also we're going to be doing it on their strengths and weaknesses. So Bleeding Edge has been out for 5 months, and I know everybody has a good understanding of each character and their abilities and all that, you know, sort of thing. So without further ado, let's get it started. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be starting out with tanks, then I'm going to go to supports and DPS. And most of this information I got was from my showcases, also other content creators that do Bleeding Edge videos. Lots of great ones out there. I watched like Fat Blunski's, Azrex, I know he does like tutorials and stuff, and many more. And also from you guys in the comments, you know, giving me insight on what this character does and that character does. So for all this information, all this knowledge, I'm gonna spit the facts. And here's a fact for you guys. I was a C tier character, hands down. Delete that, get out of here. C tier list characters in this game, I think it's false, because I believe every character you pick is always a solid pick. It's just with characters in Bleeding Edge, there's some just better than others. Straight like that, simple like that. Alright, I had to calm down. Y'all don't know how many times I practiced that shit.
Flashback.
No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually going to be doing the tier list of all the Bleeding Edge. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually going to do. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually going to do a tier list video of. I said you. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually doing the tier list of all the Bleeding Edge characters based on their abilities, No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually doing the Bleeding Edge.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Alright, so with the tanks, I love playing the tank role. I think tank is actually probably one of the best roles to play, in my opinion. fun. You could be tanky, you could just go crazy because it is a melee, it's a 4v4 type melee type game. So why not play a tank? And who I think the best tank is my dog, Meko. Now you guys know I transformed into a Meko main. It was Keylev at one point. Sorry, Keylev, no hard feelings. No hard feelings, big dog. But Meko is just so amazing. I think he's the ideal tank. Actually, the only tank with a damn shield. His health is amazing. He could survive long in fights. He has a shield that he could protect himself. And even with ults, I survived lots of ults from people trying to solo ult me and I just be a bubble, boom. I mean, it'll explode, but I'll still be alive and I can still survive even after that. It's just Meko, so many things. So I love his bubble ability. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. You could put it around your allies. You could do it as like pretty much you get a power orb and then you put it down as a field, and I believe it gives you and your allies attack and defense. So he's already goated so far. Then his damage is consistent. I had lots of games where his damage is just woo. Also, his lifeline, you could put it on allies, save them from trouble. You could be in the back line protecting your supports or whatever you're doing, sliding up everybody, getting consistent damage, and then you could have a lifeline on somebody watching them fight, and if they're about to die on, you could just pull them away and you could protect them. It's just, he does it all, man. And then his supers, the bubble, the satisfying bubble where you could trap somebody in, throw them off the map, or throw them in an electric field, which is so satisfying to do. Also, you could do like a little sonic boom, what I think it's called. Push people off the point. It does good damage. Meko is just, he's my dog. He's just, I'm a Meko main. Alright, enough de-sucking Meko for a little bit. So, the next tank I think is, the next thing I'm going to do actually is Buttercup. The thick goddess from the very first Billing Edge video I did. When I very first played Buttercup, she was easy, simple, and actually I thought she was S tier character from straight off rip. And actually sometimes I do still believe that, but from playing Bleeding Edge and seeing how people are playing, how this game is, I think she's an A tier. But she's like the gateway of S. She's like, if she had one more thing about her that's like really positive, I think she'll be definitely S. The reason why I think she's an A tier is just because I feel like she's very team oriented. Like, if her team's doing bad, then she can't do nothing but help besides try to help out her team, who's ever getting jumped. If you get what I'm trying to say, like with Meko, you could do objective types, like so much things more than just being a tank. You could protect and all the other stuff. Buttercup is just a good damage dealing tank who heals herself, which they both do, but it's just like with Buttercup, it's something missing that just makes her not an S tier. It's like she doesn't get really staggered on hit. Well, I know I'm using a shitty like Xbox app thing, but we working with it. It's like she doesn't get staggered on hits. Like she doesn't get flown away by hits and stuff. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I don't know the right term for it, but if you do like a combo on her, she's gonna stand there. So in my eyes, she's easy to get jumped, and that's always kind of bad. But she is tanky, and her like supers is kind of underwhelming. Like the turbo charge, where she does a little circle thing, I feel like when I do that, it's not really impactful. With Meko, I'm always gonna get some value out doing his supers. Turbo charge and like something where pretty much when you use it, you get attack and you basically just go berserk mode. You could go berserk mode pretty much. So yeah, that's why I think she's an A tier character, but almost S. And we all know Oil Slick was overpowered. If Oil Slick was still what it was, she would have been an S. El Bastard, the bastard, my arch nemesis pretty much. We put him at B because he's a bit. Main reason I put him at B is just because he's kind of in the same category as Buttercup. They both kind of have similar playing styles, but Buttercup is more tanky and she heals herself a lot better. And with El Bastard, I think that he is somebody who's team oriented because he is a tank that has to play aggressive. He's an aggressive, high damage tank killer. He's pretty much a DPS tank killer. So with that being said, it's like if you had to play always aggressive to El Bastard to go crazy with him, then I don't think that's really like a solid pick, if you get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like he could be, yeah, he's good, but it's just like at the same time, he could be an asset because he's always running in. Like, say El Bastard, he's always running in and then he's dying right after, then he's just like feeding, because he's not getting no help or backup support, and like that's his only routine is he's just running in and just getting bodied. Now his abilities kind of remind me of Buttercup, and I didn't really go over Buttercup abilities, but Yank is a wonderful ability. It's like a scorpion pull, which is amazing. Her little chainsaw spinny type of attacks. Same thing with El Bastard's tornado attack, which are amazing. I think El Bastard's might be better. And then Oil Slick is just overpowered. It's too nice. But with El Bastard, he has a lifesteal, so with lifesteal, you always can use it in the middle of fights for El Bastard to survive, longer in fights. But with him, like I said, it's just that you always have to play aggressive and you have to use your brain. It's just, with him, I think that it's just more harder to get value out of him. He is a threat, but I don't think he's like a super threat, if you get what I'm trying to say. Now, Makuta. You already know he is the weakest tank right now, sadly. But when that rework comes, he may be a superstar. May get his own tier of himself. So Makuta, actually, on paper, he looks like a god tank. Like, he has all the abilities. He could do everything, but it's just his combos are slow. And his damage is just not a threat at all. But he's definitely still a B tier character. Like, you just have to know how to use him right. From the videos I saw from other creators, it's just like, yeah, you just have to use them right, and with damage wise, you might just have to put on like some certain type of mods. But with him, I think he is still a solid pick, but not really like better than the other 3 tanks. Alright, so I'm gonna go with supports. Let's start with Zero. Cool. With Zero, I think he's at the gateway of B, so I'm gonna put him at the end of A. With Zero, you already know he has good healing. His 2 supers, 1-up, which I think is kind of trash sometimes, just because all you do is bring somebody back to life when they're dead. But if you're already losing the fight, then it's kind of bad. Also, his armor pack though, his armor super, definitely really good. Keeps your team alive. He's a good healer. He has his little turret drones, which does like okay amount of damage. Honestly, I think he's the best healer, but we all know the problem with Zero. He can't protect himself for shit. He gets bullied like nobody I've seen before. Honestly, I think it's so easy to bully Zero. Cool. Thank God they gave him a jetpack type of board or his ride because he is handicapped. I didn't even know that for the longest, but without that little jetpack thing, if they didn't make it so smooth, he would be like the worst healer in my opinion. But check me out. I played Key Lev a lot, right? I think he's better than Zero. Yep, I said it. Son of a laggy shit. Yep, I said it. Zero is better. I said Zero. Key Lev is better than Zero. And you want to know why? His passive healing is not the best. With Key Lev, it's not really impressive or anything like that. But Curse is such a dangerous ability. Use that right with the right teammates, and Key Lev is dangerous. Come on now, Bamboozle is so satisfying to use, and it's strong ult. You could literally use it to push somebody off the map. That is map oriented, but I still think that Key Lev outshines Zero in mostly everything. Only thing Zero has is just consistent healing, just because he could heal non-stop if he wants to. But what the thing is, Key Lev has that armor pack where he could protect himself and he could save teammates. That's why I think he's just better than Zero by a little bit. But they're both, I would say, A tier. Now the queen herself, she might as well get her own tier list. You know what I'm saying? S tier, automatically. You're not better than Meko. Yeah, get out of here. That's my boy. I'm dying. All right, so with Miko. Honestly, when I very first played Miko, that was my second Bleeding Edge video. Miko was definitely an underwhelming healer. I did not know what the fuck I was doing with Miko. But from seeing how people actually play and how you actually play her, yeah, I'm actually dying. She is an overpowered type of healer if you think about it. Like, with the right mods and the thing that she does for her team, and she's like a high damage dealer too, in a way, she could be. She's something dangerous, something to be not, she's like slept on, but you do not want to sleep on her, because she has like a passive, I believe. When she's hitting somebody, she's healing her team. Her bubble thing, that's what I really want to focus on, because the bubble thing blocks projectiles, and so much characters in this game all use projectiles, so it's like, you know, that already kind of nerfs some other characters. That's why the strengths and weaknesses and this tier list matters, because, you know, with some characters, like the reason why Meko's better than Kilev is because his armor thing kind of is a nerf to Kilev, because, like, if you know what I'm talking about, the armor circle, it stops the passive healing and everything. So having Meko on Kilev and it's over, he can't heal himself in that circle. But with Miko, it's like she could defend herself. She's actually fucking fast for some reason. Don't know why, she's just so damn fast. She freezes people with that ability. She could stop somebody from doing an ult. She could stop ults. She has a parry. I know most people don't know how to parry in this game. I'm still learning too. But with Miko, it's so many great things about her that people sleep on, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Alright, now with DPS. First off, Nighthawker is a S, hands down. He does damage over time. He has a stun ability when he throws his axe. His ult is always good. His ult literally stuns, and he stuns everybody, and it's like, and he does damage with it too? Come on now. And he has fire abilities, which fire does more damage to tanks, so he's gonna be murdering all three of these people right here. Not Meko, because Meko's a god, but Nighthawker, he just has the whole package. No homo, if you get what I'm trying to say. I know I'm probably not explaining this the best, but some people know what I'm talking about, and I appreciate y'all. Alright, so next DPS hero. This one's tough. Out of these two, this is tough. I'm gonna start with Cass. I think Cass is I'm gonna do this too real quick, because these two are similar. I think, yeah, obviously Makuta is like the kind of the worst person in the game. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think Cass is better than Damon, hands down. Now, when I first was in this game, I always thought like Damon was the best, but playing it off screen and just trying to enjoy this game, realizing Damon, like, he doesn't, like, pretty much what I'm trying to say about Damon is that he's special, but not that special when you think about it. I think the only thing special about him is maybe his shurikens, but Mav goes invisible too, just like Damon. They both go invisible forever, so that doesn't really make him special. His little dash attack, his dash little, when he goes into somebody, you know, chases him down, I believe Cass could do the same thing, but better. And it's just like, what else? His ult, Shadow Strike, you know, not even that effective. Nighthawker does it better. What else? You get what I'm getting at? It's just Damon doesn't just feel like he's that special, or there's nothing really special about him. And he's kind of hard to carry with, like, to learn him. And it was like, nah, he's not a DPS that I want to pick up on the side. He's not that effective. Alright, so for the last two. Oh yeah, and Cass, my bad, because I've been disrespecting Cass a lot, because even in videos, Cass is like that good DPS, but not that, I would say, amazing. But she is good. She's that assassin DPS that you have to keep at a certain distance, and she could be dominant. Her ults are really good, does high damage, and she could easily solo target somebody and mess him up and almost kill him, or certainly always get a kill. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with, but not really that, like, you know, and scary, if you want to say. Now with I want to put both of them at S, honestly. Like, to be real, I want to put both of them at S, because Gizmo is so damn consistent with damage. Her ult, her turrets, I feel like it's the whole package with Gizmo. But then Mav, she literally has, like, you don't literally have to try with. I think Nighthawker might be better. I don't know. These three are just like the ideal, like, you want to pick them if you want to carry, or just the ideal DPS that actually do so much damn damage. With Mav, it's like you don't even have to try, and she cages you, and that cage ability is so fucking annoying. And it's just like, her ults are good, her abilities, it's the whole package. And then Gizmo, I guess this is my tier list. I'll leave it like this. I don't think there's no C type of characters. I do think Makuta Kuta is probably the worst fighter in this game. And these three I feel like could be S tier any type of day or any type of map. I know I probably didn't explain the best, but I just want to give you a quick Bleeding Edge video before more content drops or whatever that happens. Anyways, let me guys know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
King in the mirror, but when I see myself in the future, my vision couldn't be clearer. I'm a dream chaser, risk taker.